It was good in draft, and it was pretty much useless in standard.
Ah.
Like, I'm sure there's going to be some situations where it's decent, but it's nothing crazy.
Okay, they just play one card and quit. That's crazy. All I did was play land.
That's what's up.
Oh.
I just started my stream. For some reason, my stream avatar just does not work, man.
What the fuck?
I've never seen this error before, but it just like it keeps telling me that like something about the images or something are not like appearing.
Bro, why am I logged out of Twitch? What the fuck?
That's weird.
Bro, I'm just logged out of everything. Wow. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, Twitch just kind of sucks. Like, I just hate that it forces me to like run ads without like a decision. Like, I would prefer to be running no ads at all on Twitch, but it just forces you, which is just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people have like stopped using it. And you see a lot of people going over to Kick, is mainly because they decided to over like advertise on the platform and like over monetize to where it just deteriorates the viewing experience unless you buy Turbo, which like Turbo is such a useless aspect of Twitch. Like, I would rather someone not buy Turbo than give me money. Like, you're spending money to like just have no ads on Twitch. Like, that's just dumb. Unless you're only watching a few people and you're using a Twitch Prime sub, I advise against Twitch. Like, don't get me wrong. The chat layout is probably still the best. But there's just so many negatives. Unless you're looking at someone like... If you're watching Asmongold, that's a little bit different because once you become an affiliate, you're forced to run a minimum of 4 minutes of ads per hour unless you're willing to keep pre-rolls on, which pre-rolls just negatively affect your channel so much. But so like what Asmongold did is he deleted his channel. Right, he didn't delete it. He just stopped using it. And he made a new one, and he decided to never fill out the affiliate form so that he doesn't have ads.
Bruh.
Which I would consider doing, but I don't want to just like lose the followers and stuff that I have on Twitch already.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a deck already. I built another blue deck. Yeah, I have another flash deck. I have an Oko. It's just not that good because I don't have a lot of one-cost interaction. And I just kept opening my double artifacts, but we'll roll with it. I feel like every time I start with like a combo initiator, like flash or like sneak attack, I just end up trying to go down that route. And then the payoffs that I get are just never actually like good enough. Like, I can't get the good payoffs and the combo card. I can get like a decent card. And I've heard people say that flash is like better than sneak attack and it's better than show and tell by quite a bit. It's definitely better than show and tell. I don't know if it's better than sneak attack. I've had such a good experience with sneak attack. And flash is just, it's very good with a few, like 2 cards basically in the set. And if you don't get those, it's kind of not nearly as good. Okay, we have a mystical tutor which can go get us anything. It could get us a booster tutor. I think I'm just going to keep. This hand is a little bit slow, but we are on the play and I don't want to maul. I'm going to throw out the Undercity Sewers. Okay, we get an Oko. That's actually, I mean, that's just nice. It's an Oko. You never get rid of an Oko, chat. Hey, what do you know? We got an Oko. Let's go. Okay. The question is, do we want to, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Do I want to just put out my talisman, or do I want a mystical tutor? I think I just want a talisman right now. I wish I had a blue talisman. I think the blue talismans are the best. Because blue has the majority of cards that cost 1 mana. Like, white has some too, for sure, but blue and white. Black has a couple, but not many. And green has, like, none. And the ones that red has are just, like, not valuable. There's such a large subset of red cards in this set that are basically only inherently good against other aggro decks, which is just something that I don't want to plan for because I think aggro is, like, so far been underrepresented in my experience.
Have you seen The Office?
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't seen the entirety of The Office.
I keep coming across the shorts of Jim pranking Dwight. They're always so funny.
That's cool. He's going for a booster tutor. What a gay lord. Booster tutor is so broken, dude. Watch this guy just get an ancestral recall. Well, if he's hesitating on what to decide, it may not be as valuable. I think booster tutor's maybe like the best card in the format that's not power, because it can give you power like a good amount of the time. It's actually power.
Oko? Who played Oko? You did?
I played Oko. He's responding with a booster tutor.
Ah. Hopefully they don't get anything good from the booster tutor like last time.
Yeah, that was me. I mean, to be fair, I've only had one time where booster tutor was kind of like useless. Every other time it's just a game-ending effect. I think it's literally just the best card. It's not power. Okay.
They got a Caustic Bronco from that, I think.
Is that what he chose? I wish there was like a... I think that's why it's revealed, but I don't know. He can discard 2 cards, yeah. Oh, this has haste? Fuck, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I'm gonna go Mystical Tutor here. And we're just gonna get Tinker. Tinker's just big here. He's topped out. I top deck the Tinker. I have 4 mana, so it's impossible for me to kill this because it costs 3.
You can make it lose its effect, right? Doesn't that make it lose haste?
Oh, that's -5. I could make him lose haste, yeah, but this is just more valuable.
Oh, that was busted. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just want to be able to +2. Now I have a Triplicate Titan, which is probably the best thing for me to Tinker here. I think Tinker is actually more consistently good on average from my experience than Flash. Flash, just half the time you play it, and it doesn't give you an immediate impact. It might just give you card advantage, which I don't think is nearly as good. Whereas Tinker, I just have this 9/9 that unless it gets exiled, I get like additional value. So this card is just overall, I think this is just a better combo. I think this card is best used with Sneak Attack, though. Question is, does he have Swords to Plowshares? If he has swords, or just like a way to interact with this, that would suck. He's going show and tell. What a dirty piece of shit, man. Wow. I mean, I just have nothing to put on the field with that. That sucks really bad. Okay. Wow, dude. You're so cool, man. And I just get nothing. Okay, that's great. Okay, I top tick the booster tutor. I'm Himothy. It's my time to booster tutor. Show me something, baby. I have 5 mana. I mean, I could technically just go, like... I could technically just go Elder Gargoth, which is just a nice card, but I think I just balance here every time.
Balance is pretty good, yeah.
And then he just loses 3 cards and 2 creatures.
Surely you see the humor here.
Yeah, that was just busted. Now they just have 1 card and they have to top deck something good.
That has haste, or doesn't have? It does not have haste. Okay, big. That's huge.
Now they just have to play top deck simulator.
Got him, baby. Let's go. I'll be right back.
All right.
See, at first I didn't understand, like, why balance was good or, like, what kind of decks you wanted in. And then I just realized, like, balance is just good if you're playing a control deck that is primarily centered around accruing value from planeswalkers or artifacts, then it's just strong. It's just explicitly strong because that just won me the game. And the funny thing is, That guy thinks that I just have that because I got it off of a booster tutor, and he doesn't know that I also just have a balance in my deck already. Okay, well... This hand is... Gosh, this is a tough decision. I think I just mull because I have no, like, way to, like, develop my game state for 3 turns, but there's also just the aspect that this hand has a Toxic Deluge, which is just insane because he's playing aggro. He's playing somewhat of an aggro deck. He's playing red-white. To a certain extent, is just always going to be considered aggro. But I think I have to mull. Okay. Well, this is a thing here, I guess. If I top deck Flash, I just sheet in the Atroxa. Okay, he has a Mox Diamond. That's actually really insane. Okay, I top deck a Mana Tide. That is huge. Huge. Play a 3-drop, sir. Gosh, that's annoying. He's just gonna do that and pass. Wow. Well, that was pretty big. This doesn't add for white, does it? No, I think I just need to do this. Wow, and of course I don't have a second white. How toxic. If I had a second white, this guy's just cooked, but he called my bluff and I don't have a second white. That's dope. Okay, that's just disgustingly insane. Damn, that guy actually just turbo, like, cheesed me there. I still don't have a second white. Is it better to auto war than pay 2 life? I mean, auto war is nice because I can bounce his guy. But I mean, his guy is haste, so like, what is this really even doing? Oh, that was big. Okay. Alright, well, that's just disgusting. I only have 1 white, so I can just never mana tithe. That's dope.
I'm known for my excellent
Bro, fuck me, dude. So cheap.
We will meet again.
He's not even playing as Hazarat? Bro, this guy is such a greedy goblin. Bro, somehow I'm just hard casting Atraxa.
Let's go. Atraxa. What?
Okay, I gained
Okay.
7 life, whatever.
And you get to set up your hand.
Yeah. Take the white. Okay, this kind of sucks. This is scary. We're at 2 HP. If he gets back his Hazarat, I'm basically forced to flash. Okay, he has 3 mana available. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I flash or do I just hard cast this? That was big. Oh my gosh, that's so big.
The food is gonna be so good, bro.
Who's more food? The fool, or the fool who rules them?
Okay, so I have a blocker and I have a food. So I'm technically at 5 right now. Because my Might Stone and Weak Stone. Okay. He's just hard casting that, and he's just going to remove a card from my hand.
I mean, you have 3 really good cards in your hand, so he has to pick.
I mean, this
one.
card is basically useless. Making him pay a mana doesn't really do anything. Okay. That's fine. He's probably going to get rid of my Tinker because he thinks we have something good to hit. I would assume he just gets rid of Tinker. If he gets rid of Balance, he's kind of an idiot, but that would be more beneficial to him. He just doesn't know that I drew my artifact. Okay, yeah. The fact he got rid of that was huge because we basically had 0 of valuable artifacts left. Okay, that's fine. Okay. That's great. Okay.
I assure you, our deal is worth your while.
All right. Oh, that's big. That's big. That actually just stops him from lethaling us, basically. I mean, most likely. Because worst case scenario, even if he has a way to kill this and crew, so if but he would have to discard. I don't think there's much he can do. Even if he did, if he just had something crazy, like he went Ancestral Recall, draw 3, remove this, some of that. I have a booster tutor, so I could mitigate him like lethaling, probably. I don't know why he's not just cycling to see what he hits. Alright, I'll booster tutor. Booster tutor, booster tutor, boost the tutor, boost the tutor. Okay. Got him, boys. Time warp for game.
Let's go.
Booster tutor's OP.
The fact that you were able to stay at 2 HP and just win the game, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's deck was... that was probably the best case scenario for me to go against that guy. Because he was playing an extremely aggressive deck, and my deck just kind of eats aggro. Whereas I kind of lose to people who have a better variant of the combo than me. My combo isn't really that good. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. Let's go. Yeah, I think Flash, after playing with enough, I think it's actually, like, probably the weakest, like, cheating combo. I've heard people say it's the strongest, but I would argue that it has the most narrow, like, scope of vision for the cards that are actually applicably good with it. The thing that's so interesting to me about this format is that you can't really just look at the data and make decisions about what is good based on the data, because there's so many cards that have a relative value to what is being offered and what you can combo with. All right. All right, welcome back to another Arena Powered Cube, aka Vintage Cube, on the channel. And we are starting off with a pretty nice pack here. There's an Ocelot Pride, and there's a Mana Vault. I mean, I'm just always going to take Mana Vault. But, I mean, if that wasn't in the pack, there might actually be a discussion between Ocelot Pride and Prismatic Vista. I actually prefer not to play the aggro decks, just because I haven't felt like, especially in best of 3, that you can get there all that often. But starting with a Mana Vault is really nice. What does this do real quick? You get a 1/1 Spirit with flying for 2. Remove a story counter from this to draw a card. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty decent card, I guess, if you're in an aggro deck. But as you can tell, the power disparity in these packs is just so high. That pack had like 2 cards that I would be really excited to put in my deck. And other than that, not a lot. All right, pack number 2, we've got a Wasteland, which is pretty nice. There's also a Mishra's Workshop, which I think can be good. When you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control and return to the battlefield. That's a decent card. There's also just a fetch here alongside this Wasteland. I think I'd rather just have the fetch than the Wasteland, right? Wasteland is not nearly as good as Strip Mine, I will say. But fetches are always just very nice to have. Yeah, we'll take the fetch. It's a green-black one, maybe not the most desirable, but a fetch is a fetch. Okay, wow, this pack is actually kind of crazy. There's a Wheel of Fortune, and then there's also a Wooded Foothills and a Bloodstained Mire. Surprised all of those are still there. There's also an Atali, which isn't bad. I think Wheel of Fortune is a good card, but in my personal opinion, I feel like Wheel of Fortune is just a bit risky to take before you have the combos to do with it, right? Because I think Wheel of Fortune is best used when you have like a Hull Breacher to stop them from drawing the 7 and you just draw 7. I think I like Bloodstained Mire a little bit better than Wooded Foothills. Although the green is very nice, though. Fuck it, we're taking the Bloodstained Mire. It is what it is. Oh shit, well that's a third fetch. We aren't really giving up a lot in this pack. I think other than this Marsh Flats Teferi is probably the best card. There's also a Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls can be very good, but I think starting with 3 fetches is just borderline illegal. Just very, very good. Plus, I just never have good luck with the all-out white aggro decks. I think if you can go pure mono white, you have a good chance to win. But people just always have interaction versus me. You know, you start off with your Guide of Souls Ocelot Pride, and the dude just has these blue counter spells, or he has like a balance, and you're just screwed. I probably should have taken the green fetch over the Bloodstained Mire, but, I mean, 3 fetches nonetheless is very good, and they are 3 black fetches. which kind of makes me more interested in playing Reanimator. Okay, there's an Overgrown Tomb, which is cool. There's also an Unburial Rites. And Gut is pretty good if you're playing aggro, but probably not something we wanted to do. I do like Mana Tithe. But I feel like Unburial Rites might just be more cool here. Or we just take this black-green. I don't know. None of these cards are really, like, super exciting. Fuck it. I'm taking Unburial Rites. I'm committing. Okay, there's a Subtlety. Subtlety is cool. Man, there's a lot of good red cards. Lelia might just be good enough to play. Path to Exile, I'm not a huge fan of. I think it's just kind of a mediocre card. I do like the Might Stone and Weak Stone in those artifact decks. I do like Subtlety. I think I'm just going to take Subtlety. Try to find my way into blue here. It's a Fabled Passage. That's nice. There's also Emperor Bones. I think Emperor Bones is kind of underrated. What does this do? Fire Covenant. Pay X life. Deal X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. That is lit. That is lit for sure. I just haven't found there to be a good reason to be doing that. Kind of want this Emperor Bones. I don't know. I'm going to take the Fabled Passage. I'm indecisive. Ooh, Grist is cool. I do like Grist, but that's also a black-white. There's also a Savai Triome, which is nice. This guarantees that I have a white for my mana for my my Unburial Rites. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Grist. Grist allows us to mill. I like that. Okay, Tarmogoyf isn't that bad. If we end up in a mill deck, this is a decent card to play around our strategy. Quasari Revenant, I don't think is that great. None of these cards are really that good. I mean, Gideon isn't this good. This is probably an angle where I should have went white, but just didn't end up in the right place to do it. Consider is notably better than both Ponder and the other one mana cantrip, but that's okay. I do think Endurance is decent. I don't know. I'm going to take Consider, I guess. A Seeker's Chariot could be good. Elvish Reclaimer isn't great. A Seeker's Chariot is a great card to Mana Vault. I'll say that. Red-White Talisman. I probably won't play a Talisman either way, but whatever, it works. Ghost Rider isn't terrible. Lorn of the 30th Path also gets rid of those things. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Soul Guide Lantern for the side deck here. Pick up a green-white land. Not bad, not bad. All right, pack number 2. What do we got going on here? So we do have a Dothy Voidwalker. I might just be playing some kind of black tempo deck. I like Urza, but this isn't really an Urza angle. I think Golos is probably just too slow in this format. Night's Whisper is also just like kind of mid. Man, this is an extremely weak pack. I think I will just take the Dauthi Voidwalker. I'm kind of looking to be base black here. Base black green. Man, was that a weak pack? Scalding Tarn. Not terrible. I don't think Lotus Petal is that great in this deck. I think Lotus Petal you want to be... Lotus Petal you want to be in an aggro deck. We're just not really trying to do that. This is definitely not looking like a Tendrils deck. I do think Deep Cavern Bat is pretty good. It's just a decent card. Scalding Tarn is also good. But I have 4 fetches. Okay, Counterspell, him to the Torok. There's also a red-black land, which is pretty lit. I like Counterspell. I think Counterspell is great. I mean, we do have 4 fetches. We probably will have the mana to be able to do that, but him to the Torok is also decent. I think him to the Torok is probably just a better card for our deck here. We don't know how deep we're going to be blue. That is a Tinker. That's pretty nice. A little bit of a late Tinker, though. White-black. This is white-black-blue, which isn't bad. I mean, I have really liked Tinker. But it's also something that we kind of need to build around. We have a Mana Vault and we have a Talisman. So maybe that's just like so high value I have to take it. I also kind of like taking a land here. I think I'm going to take it. Card has performed very well for me. Okay, Gobin is pretty nice. There's also a Demonic Tutor to try to find our Tinker. But I also really like Snuff Out. And I don't know that the Tinker plan is going to, like, come to fruition. Yeah, I don't know that I'm confirmed playing the Tinker yet, so I think we just take the Snuff Out. Surprisingly enough. This deck isn't looking great so far. Well, I do really like Urtai, and I do really like Dam. I think I need to take a land here. I need to get this Undercity Sewers because it allows us to turn on 3 of our fetches and give us access to blue mana. Okay. Dark Confidant isn't bad. Daze isn't bad. Mystic Confluence isn't bad either. Dark Confidant doesn't seem terrible. But I feel like this is just the better card. Would really like a big artifact to cheat out with our Tinker if we can. I think I'll take Dig Through Time because we have 4 fetches. That seems like a plan. I do think Terra Sunder is also very strong in this format, from my experience. Okay, man, this deck just looks too fair right now. I kind of just want to take the Talisman so we have more things to do with our Tinker. I do like Mosswood Dread Knight, though. Maybe we just don't play Tinker. I don't know. I'll take the Talisman. Brazen Borrower isn't bad. I don't think Expedition Map is great, but it is just a cheap artifact for our Tinker. Red-Black Duel I do like. 3 Steps Ahead is kind of a decent card, I guess. I think I actually just like this Talisman. Oh, we get a White of the Reliquary? That's actually pretty lit. Actually, I'm going to take the green black land here. Leovold actually doesn't seem terrible. I think I will take Leovold. Okay, we need a big artifact to throw out here. Oh, that's a Minkskin Boo. Am I willing to splash just to play Minkskin Boo? Probably. I mean, Minkskin Boo is just one of the most disgusting cards ever created, for sure. I need to pick up a red dual land here. I don't think Show and Tell is great with what we have. This is kind of a wonky draft, but I think Minkskin Boot is just too a high priority.
Actually, fight all the fights.
Fight all the fights, you know? It's Minkskin Boo. Minkskin Boo wins games. Okay, can we get a big artifact? No, but that is a Crabomination. I wish Crabomination was that. I mean, Torsen is really nice, but it's not an artifact. Time Twister is very nice. Crabomination is good. I don't know. I might go Caustic Bronco. Damn, I do just love this card. Fuck it, I'm just gonna take Crabomination because I love Crabomination. Well, shit. Are we just not gonna be shown an artifact? This Unburial Rites is looking really bad. I like this Uro, though. Uro is nice here. Probably going to try to be green, blue, black, splashing the Minkskin Boo just because it's so powerful. Balance is a great card, but it's just not what I'm looking to do right now. Okay, we're not just going to be shown a big artifact. That's a little unfortunate. There's really no good lands here. I could take Creeping Tar Pit, or I could take JVP. I don't mind a JVP. Mystical Tutor's pretty crazy to get Tinker, but I still just have nothing to put out there. Ah, Kappa Cannoneer is so good.
That's so fun, dude.
I love Kappa Cannoneer, but I think Toxic Deluge is just too powerful.
I just made a 2020 dog token, and my opponent quit.
That's what's up.
Because my commander can copy my enchantments, I just copied doubling season. just so busted.
I think I'm gonna take Meyer Battlesphere just for this Tinker.
This deck
Oh,
is
that's a good
looking-
Taxian Probe. Fuck, this is a tough decision. I mean, the Taxian Probe is just so powerful. But that is a Misty Rainforest.
More information.
We're all about the information. Mishra Bobble is so good in this deck, but this card just slows our opponent down. Show and Tell comes back. That's hilarious. Okay. I do like Currency Converter. I mean, Torsten is really good. But it's just not what we're trying to do. Wow. How did Balance and Worldspire Warren just come back? I mean, this card is great, but I just have no way to summon it, unfortunately. We gotta pick 15 Dark Depths. That's pretty funny. I want to make a Dark Depths deck at some point. Just haven't really been in a position to do it. Alright, so we have kind of a mid-range, black mid-range deck with this Mink Skin Boo. I have 5 artifacts I can sacrifice. Maybe this dig through time is unnecessary. I don't have a lot of ways to win the game. Expedition map isn't even really that good, but it's just a card that lets us trigger our Tinker. Hmm. Okay, so I have 9 blue sources. How many green sources do I have? Six. Okay, so I have a decent amount of green sources. I don't think I prioritize shocks enough. Oh yeah, do I really even need this consider? Alright, let's see what we can do, I guess. This deck doesn't look great. Double black mana into Dothy Voidwalker. Might just get rid of JVP to subtlety if he's playing a super aggro deck. Okay. Do I want another blue? It's not horrible. I mean, I'm probably getting rid of JVP regardless, but I think I do just need a land.
I wish there were replays in Arena. Like, why is that?
Yeah, I wish you could go back, kind of like you do in Hearthstone, where it shows you like everything that's happened so far, or like in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can see what happened this turn. I think you can do that in Pokemon too, but I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I played Pokemon. Green source. I tapped like another blue. That's not great. Okay. Question is, I guess if I play the JVP, I could banish my Leovold to use my subtlety. That's not terrible. Okay, I have to top deck Toxic Deluge here.
You can't subtlety.
I did subtlety. Oh, you had to strip mine that whole time. I don't know why you didn't just strip mine me. Okay. I guess this isn't terrible.
Minds are fragile. Hold them delicately.
I could generate a treasure if I want. I think I probably have to do that to get my grist on the field. Holy fuck, that's scary. Well, he won't be able to Glorybringer next turn.
Where's the next puzzle?
How does he attack? Fuck me, dude. I didn't know he could do that.
Prepare to defend yourself. Invulnerability has its perks.
Well, I have 4 mana, so I can't replay this because that costs 5. I really just need to mill with grist and just hit. And I just don't hit, which is dope. That's actually really strong. Okay.
You're better than I expected. Every thought matters.
Okay, we basically just need this guy not to draw land.
Should I try this bot draft?
I mean, it's simpler, but still, like, you probably want to watch some videos before drafting. You're just gonna, like, the payout, it's just more for fun. Like, you can't really expect to, like, go profitable off of it.
Yeah, because it said I could earn like 1,000 gold if I win or something, or if I play it.
I mean, yeah, it's just not that profitable. If you want to just do it for fun, it'd be, you'd go against easier people, but you're not going to, like, make your money back if you care about that.
Yeah.
Justice cannot be killed. How do you feel about a rematch?
Okay, discard your 2 cards. There we go.
Knowledge is
Alright, I have a Planeswalker in a simplified game state, and he drew a land. This is great. Okay, stir remind me. Cool, bro. There's not anything I really want to play. That's big.
solving mysteries is my spirit.
Oh, that's huge. That's disgusting. Okay, well, I think we win. Just gotta play fast here. I mean, you can play a Ren in 6, but what does that even really do? It really doesn't accomplish anything. Get that dragon out of their hand? Yeah. I could have ulted Jace, but I just felt like it was unnecessary, man. Like, I would be able to play my one spell with my Tinker, whereas I think it might actually be valuable to have the -3 effect so that I could go ahead and use my Toxic Deluge again if he somehow wins back the board. Because I don't think I'm winning by him milling with my current hand. Like, I only have 3 lands. Okay, now I have 2 lands. Okay. Well, now I can go ahead and do that, I guess. Alright, he's just gonna give it to us. Let's go. Yeah, ulting Jace just wasn't gonna come into the equation there. I mean, this guy's just playing straight aggro. There's nothing really that's gonna benefit me in the side deck. I'm not putting in this Lantern. Really, we're just trying to get out of the early game as fast as possible. My mana base isn't really good enough to play this Tarmogoyf. And nor do I think that, like, I didn't take that Bauble. I took the Inquisition instead because I just felt like it was more valuable to what our deck's trying to do. So I don't really feel like the Tarmogoyf is going to get big enough early for it to be a valuable asset. Man, top decking that Tinker was clutch, though. This is probably one of our most difficult matchups, just because we don't have a lot of early game interaction, right? Like, we have a Snuff Out, and we have, like, things to mess with their hand, but if he just throws everything on the board and he starts with, like, a Mox, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. The way we win this game is just surviving. Like, I think our cards are just, like, worth more on average than his cards, but he can put out his cards sooner. Okay. 2 land start, but we are starting with a Hymn to the Torch. I can discard Uro, so I have instant speed interaction with the Subtlety. I think I'm actually going to keep. If we're on the play, I wouldn't keep, but okay, he's going to start with a Noble Hierarch, sure. That's unfortunate, okay. I mean, this was definitely a risky keep for me. I think we just play this because there's a chance that we draw red next turn and we have Minx and Boo. I'm going to hold full control so he thinks we have another 0 mana spell. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I got that out of the way. That's big for him. That's so huge. Yeah, that might just win him the game. Man, if we would have drawn a red mana source, we'd be online. Oh my gosh, that sucks. That was like our one way to get back in the game. Yeah, the fact we just ripped our Toxic Deluge means it's kind of GG. And now he's got a Planeswalker. Just gonna go to the next game. I mean, there's just nothing we're doing here. We needed that Toxic Deluge. I kept kind of a sketchy hand because we had 0 mana interaction, which going against an aggro deck on the draw, we just kind of need. Be right back. I almost feel like in some ways him to the Torok is just too slow. Sack another creature, Sky 1. Let's try putting in the other Talos Shrine. Could play Woe Strider for another body. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking about it, and I was like, number one, that gives us a body for Grist. But number two, I don't think Dauthi Voidwalker is that good in this matchup because it doesn't allow us to contest board, doesn't protect Planeswalkers. Okay. This hand isn't great because we only have 2 lands, and we can't play Consider or Leovold. But we do have a turn 1 Inquisition into a turn 2 Deep Cavern Bat, and I probably just need that. I need to slow down the game, and this hand slows down the game. He just hard opened an Ocelot Pride. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that. He can waste his Unholy Heat on my Deep Cavern Bat. I don't really care. Okay, now we need to really draw lands. We should get rid of that, I guess. If we top deck a blue land source, we're so lit. No, no, that's so ass, bro. And now he just strip mines away our Wastewood Venge, and we're just kind of fucked. Oh, he's playing Ren and 6, and he just pings. That's disgusting. It's diabolical. And he strip mines. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, dude. Wow, this is such a crazy hit. That's so crazy. Now I can't play Uro or Leovold for minimum 2 turns, and this Crabomination is just dead. It was a risky heat, but just knowing how fast this guy's deck is, I had to give myself a chance. Now, I don't really understand why he has a Renin 6 in his deck, because his deck is just doing contrasting things. I don't think that this guy's deck is very good at all. Like, he does have aggressive cards, but he also just has these controlling cards. Like, this card is legitimately only good in the lands deck. In the lands deck, don't get me wrong, it's high value. But in this deck, it basically does nothing other than just sniping my one Deep Cavern Bat. That's pretty funny. Bro, wait, why isn't he just adding back Strip Mine? Is this guy retarded? Yeah, Renin 6 plus Strip Mine is pretty good. But you gotta understand, this guy is playing Ocelot Pride. He has a Johnny. His deck is super low to the ground. Like, the fact that he even has this combo in his deck, it's drastically hurting his mana base, and it's slowing down what he's able to do. So it's like, yeah, he can Renin 6 Strip Mine, but if he's doing that, then he's not developing the board. Jesus, this is so bad. I mean, he can just keep adding back Strip Mine. I mean, it's just game over. He just kind of looked out. His hand was just inherently strong against my hand, which is kind of funny because I think my hand was inherently strong versus, like, his deck in totality. I think I like this deck overall, though. I mean, just with the build. I don't think it's like a... I think the mana base is a little bit botched because I didn't get any... I only have one Surveil land and I didn't get any shocks. So my fetches have, like, limited value. If the mana base was better, I would say this is actually, like, a pretty good deck. Risky Keep gone wrong. You say Risky Keep, but then you realize my deck has no, like, early interaction outside of one Snuff Out. And the guy, 2 games in a row. Was that the 3rd game? Yeah, I think I won 1 game. Yeah, the guy 2 games in a row, he did 1 drop into 2 drop. So, like, inherently, if I don't keep the hand with the Inquisition and Kozilek, he probably just 1 drop, 2 drops me, and I'm in another position where if I don't draw Toxic Deluge, I'm just out of the game. Okay, this hand's just insane. Okay, never mind. My opponent just has a Mox. He's just the better player. All right, let's see his time walk here. Oh wait, his hand is actually not that great. Wait, he actually just kept his hand specifically because he had a Mox into a turn 2 play. Okay, interesting. I don't really... This Taurox kind of has limited value. I don't think I really want to do that. Do I want to get my JVP out? I feel like I probably want to get my Uro out. This is most likely just always going to go get a Forest. So I think I'm just going to play a Black down for the opportunity cost of us potentially going him to the Taurox. You keep that hand too. I feel you. Yeah, this is probably one of the lower value decks I've drafted thus far. I've had quite a few 3-win decks, and a couple of them using Tinker, but this isn't that kind of deck. Mobilize 2, that's kind of busted. Oh, well, fuck, never mind, we're fucked. Okay, that's awesome. We just drew our 1-of artifact with the Tinker. It's crazy because I took this Tinker so early and speculated on it, and this was the only artifact that I was shown over the cost of 3. Okay. Well, I'm kind of just forced to play my JVP and hope that I can dig my way into a Toxic Deluge, or I'm just out of the game. That was crazy. Alright, I have to... yeah, I just have to block one of these. I have to hit a Toxic Deluge in 2 draws. Oh my gosh, Toxic Deluge would be so disgusting here. Wait, maybe that's just game anyway. Oh yeah, oh never mind, I can't even Toxic Deluge, I'm at 3. Wait, how did he drain me so much? I guess just those backups did a lot of damage. Okay, well, we're just fucked. I'd rather just scoop and not show this guy my information about my deck. This guy literally just put us to 3 HP before our 3rd turn. That is actually just absurd. And this guy had such a risky keep. Okay, GG's. Let's go to the next game. Yeah, that was horrifying. As soon as I pick up the slow deck with the kind of like suspect mana base, I say suspect, but the deck has 4 fetches. I just go against the aggro decks. Okay, we're just going to take that out again. Okay, him to the Turok. We don't need that. That's useless. Dothi Voidwalker. Suspicious for sure. I could play Tarmogoyf, but I just don't know that it's like that valuable in this matchup. The main reason I don't want to take out Leovold is because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly subtlety targets, which is about the breaking point that you want to be at to actually get value from that card. Death Greeters, yeah. Well, this is a fucked hand. I'm going first. I can never keep this hand. Okay, I can keep this hand. I just throw back my Crabomination. It's not a great hand, but it is what it is. Crabomination is easily one of my favorite cards. Whenever Modern Horizons 3 was available, that was probably my highest win rate set. I actually had a... I was actually in the top 10 on 17 lands in traditional draft. And at one point, I was in 3rd. And Crabomination was one of my most drafted cards. Just gonna get my Surveil land. Man, if I would have just shown a like one shock, this would be so lit. My draft was kind of rough, and I've kind of just gotten to the point where I think that green is like... Green is without a doubt, in my opinion, the second worst color. I think red is by far the worst color. Red can basically only be a secondary color, and green you just never want to be your first or secondary color. Like it can. Green is the color where you're just splashing the big things that you're cheating with blue. And I think the green ramp deck is extremely overhyped and not really a good strategy to play in this format. Red and white are the best by a lot. The reason why I think that red is not as good of a color is because I think red is inherently only good in the red-white deck, and your good red-white decks are made up of primarily white cards. So although it does have some of the very powerful cards, the cards are the most narrow in their design, meaning that like they fall into the smallest array of decks. Like Quarry Steelcutter is broken, but outside of the red-white deck, it's fundamentally just too slow of a card. Like, it's just not that good. When you say most narrow here, most consistent, I actually don't think it's the most consistent. I think blue is by far the most powerful color. The thing is, even when you draw... Well, okay, I'm playing best 2 out of 3. If you're playing best of 1, red-white is inherently broken. But the aspect of losing the dice roll with red-white, it's very difficult to, like, win game 1 when you're on the draw, when people have fast activation cards like Force of Negation and stuff like that, like to slow you down. Is that actually good here? Wait, maybe I was supposed to just go double Talisman. Okay, so... Okay, I actually think this is, funny enough, actually good. Okay, wait. The emerge costs 1 more than the cost. I didn't recognize that. I say I play this card a lot, but it's also been like 1 year plus since this card was relevant. Damn. I thought I was going to be able to emerge next turn by tapping and then sacking, but that's actually not the case. Oh, wait, no, I actually can. Okay, that's big. Oh, it's reduced by the artifact's value. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tap this for a colorless. Then we're going to do this. Okay, that was fucking ass. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? No! Bro, I just got. I was scammed. I was literally scammed. Hold on. I know what to do.
Red alert. Red alert. Red alert. There is a gay guy. Gay guy alert.
Gay guy alert.
Gay guy alert. Red alert. Gay guy alert. Gay guy alert. Red alert. Warning.
Warning.
Warning. You are the gay guy.
The gay guy's right here.
This is the gay guy right here.
Someone come get him. Officer, please detain him before he starts playing the YMCA. Okay, sorry, I just had to get one of those out. Sometimes you just have to get one of those out. That was like actually the most sad abomination I've ever seen. I hit triple fucking land off this guy when this guy just has all gas. It's okay, trust me. I just top deck a Tinker here. I'm just Timothy. Holy shit, this guy just keeps drawing the same 5-card hand every game. What the fuck? This is broken as hell. Wait, how did he get that? Off of his Corey Steel Cutter? Fuck. I think I fundamentally need to block this because it's going to empower his big Gobo. No, that's so ass, dude. It's so ass. Why? Do I actually just want to get this on the board? I don't even know if there's value in doing that. I don't have that many cards that discard. It's pretty much just currency converter, which is just too late in the game at this point. Oh, I do have JVP, which could be valuable in a simplified game state. Okay, finally, my stream avatars is working. Wait, what? Wait, why didn't I get the opportunity to respond with my subtlety? Wait, what? Wait, why did I have no opportunity to respond? If you activate a creature for dash, does that mean that I just cannot activate? I just can't respond? Wait, why did I not get the opportunity to respond? I still have a timer, so I didn't time out. What? I mean, that's bullshit. I mean, I basically have to top deck Toxic Deluge. Oh, never mind. It doesn't even matter. I'm just fucked. So he has an ability that said I couldn't respond. Okay, I've never seen that card. What do you figure that I play against 2 red-white decks in a row? How toxic is that? I mean, honestly, I just want to keep my deck this the way it is. Like, I haven't even drawn Mana Vault one time. I basically not drawn any of my big combo pieces, but this is actually so horrid. I played red and white before, and you just lose if the other person just has like any form of power and just establishes an early board. Like, you can cheese some wins out of people, but I think in best 2 out of 3, it's not nearly as good. Plus, you just get into so many 50-50 situations where the other person's also playing red-white, and you were on the draw. Top deck a land here. I get a Mana Vault. Okay. Black Lotus. Budget. Black Lotus at home. Black Lotus at home. Turn 2. Mirror Battlesphere. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it. Now it's Johnny's turn to combo. Oh, sir, hold on, hold on. Hold on, do not Dark Ritual. Fuck that. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down. That's too broken. Sir, that is way too broken. I need you to calm down here, buddy. You're gaining 4 mana. You could potentially just out my whole board. I do not feel comfortable with that. Did not give you my consent to Dark Ritual. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy's playing 11 life to do that? What a nerd. See, a move like that right there is a strong identifier that this man has never touched a woman in his life. Why? No. Alright. We hit. Holy shit, this is so ass. This is so fucking ass, dude. Holy shit, this is ass. I just missed my land and this dude just had a Dark Ritual into the one answer he could have. That's so dope, man. I love that for you. I don't think I want a Toxic Deluge yet. I think I'm going to Toxic Deluge next turn, so he actually has to commit something to the board. Okay, that's fucking disgusting. I am hella down to Toxic Deluge. I have a talisman that taps for green. I mean, I really want a red. That was nice.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, boss? I'm streaming.
Oh, you're streaming? What are you playing?
I'm playing Magic right now.
Nice. Magic the Gathering?
Yes, sir. Okay, this is actually pretty big. We can go Inquisition here, and then we can go... Yeah, let's do Inquisition first, and then go Minx and Boo. Okay. Okay, that's what's up. Now I'm just gonna tap this. I'm gonna put back my forest so I can get a treasure. Floating the treasure, I can then drop down Minx and Boo. Got him! That's the Minx and Boo special.
Ready to rumble!
Ready to rumble. What'd you say, Brandon?
I love Magic the Gathering.
Same.
I used to play it back like years ago.
You were telling
Had,
me
like,
that.
Some really rare cards, but I kind of forgot how it worked and stuff. But I used to really like it.
I'm playing draft right now. Do you know how draft works?
No, I had no idea.
So draft is where there's 8 people at a table and everyone opens up a pack. You choose one card out of that pack, then you pass the pack to your right. And then you choose a card out of the new pack and you go through 3 packs, and at the end, everyone will have a 40 card deck.
Okay.
So there's a lot of skill in knowing, like, okay, I can tell that the person who's passing packs to me, they're taking a lot of green cards. So I'm going to move into black-blue, right? Or, like, vice versa. You can, like, pick up signals on what people are doing.
I had the cards that I had a lot of black colored cards, and I had some like pretty rare ones.
Nice.
I don't know what happened to them. I just don't remember. I threw them.
I played in a lot of tournaments, but nowadays, I basically can't play in tournaments because Wizards of the Coast just fucked over all local game stores. Because eventually, at some point in around the 2020s, they essentially started doing this thing where, like, as a local game store, you have to purchase boxes from a distributor, right? Well, so the boxes were always like $120 MSRP, and then you as a game store might buy them for like 100 or 105 from the distributor. Well, what Wizards of the Coast started doing is they started selling boxes and cases to Amazon for lower prices than the distributor would, to a point where it's not profitable for a game store owner to even buy boxes. So for that reason, a lot of game stores nearby us, they just don't even have Magic tournaments because it's so unprofitable for them. Because who would buy a box from them if they're going to sell the box for 120 and you can get it for 100 on Amazon? They did the same thing with Dungeons and Dragons, which is also owned by Wizards.
So now people just don't do tournaments much, or?
If you live in a big city, like, I'm sure if you live in, like, Los Angeles, like, there's probably tournaments you can play at. But, like, in our area, there's 5 local game stores within a 25-mile radius, and none of them hold a Magic tournament that's the same format every week. Holy shit, this guy just had such an insane hand. So it's like there is a place that, like, does drafts called Oinker's Island, like 30 miles away. But the thing is, they switch what set they're drafting every single week. So there's not enough time for you to actually learn the format. And I think that that's just gay. So I just don't go there. But back in the day, there used to be this place called Wizards Asylum over on 61st and Sheridan. And we would have 30 plus people show up every Saturday for drafts. And there were multiple people who were like played on the Pro Tour there. And we would do 4-pack drafts for like $15, which was a really good deal.
Have you ever heard of Vanguard Card Fight?
Yeah, I used to play it when it first came out.
My friend Demetrius is apparently really good at that. He went to like national.
That's lit. Yeah, I've had a couple of buddies who played it, but it's pretty unpopular because it's not really supported by the company. So like when you go to regionals and stuff like that, there's very little prize support or actually things you can win. But at the same time, the entry is free. So there's not like a competitive scene, and the game is known for being just inherently broken as fuck. Like they just allow like stupid broken combos to be played there. So a lot of people don't like it for that reason. Like combos where it's like, all right, your opponent just can't play the game. This guy just cheesed me so hard. He had a turn 2 flash into a Torsten. Why do when I draft flash, I never get offered Torsten?
I'm trying to watch the game and figure out what's going on.
Are you watching? Basically, he activated a card called Flash, which says for 2 mana, you get to put a creature from your hand on the battlefield and then sacrifice it. So he just put out a 7/7 that says, when this enters, you get to put any number of creatures and or lands among the top 7 cards of your library into your hand. And then also when it dies, you get 7 1/1s. So turn 2 of the game, the guy just made 7 1/1s and drew 7 cards. And I'm just fundamentally fucked. Like there's basically just no outplay potential to that. And he's just gonna Inquisition of Kozilek away my Tinker, so I'm fucked. Getting that Tinker off was probably the only way I could like come back into the game. Okay, well, I just heard lose. GG's. Damn, I keep going against
Where
people.
were all your monsters? Were they all dead or?
He did that on literally turn 2 of the game, so I didn't even get the chance to play anything.
Oh.
He put this card onto the battlefield on turn 2, which says he gets to add basically any lands or creatures in the top 7 cards of his deck get added to his hand, and then he gets 7 1/1 tokens. So turn 2 of the game, he just had 7 1/1s and drew 7 cards, and I was just out. Like I didn't get a chance to play any creatures.
Damn.
Because this guy just he drafted a really broken combo called Flash, and it's just one of the best like things to be doing in this format. And he had it immediately. Arguably with the best possible target that you could have. I'm basically just hoping that he just doesn't have that, and I draw early interaction. Okay, this is actually pretty nice. Okay, I can play this.
Some land.
I have a fetch, so I can go get a blue-black. Alright, he's going to turn 1 currency converter. That's fine. I'm gonna get a Surveil land. Okay, how good is that? That's like, I mean, that's pretty decent. I'm probably not playing it this turn, but it is valuable because if I get a Tinker, I can immediately sack it. I'm probably just keeping the Mana Vault. I'm just gonna try to cheese him and discard his combo. Hopefully I make him discard his flash. Oh my gosh, I made him discard Counterspell Daze. This guy's deck is insane. Holy fucking shit, dude.
How of you?
This guy's card quality is just so crazy.
So he got 2-2.
But he can just
Wow,
keep
dude.
doing that, basically. Just kind of OP.
Well, you need to get something on the board, huh?
Yeah. I have a Dothy Voidwalker. Maybe I didn't know. I just drew that. I guess there's no way I could have known that. If I had my Dothy Voidwalker on the field first, then he wouldn't get to exile these cards with his currency converter, and that would have been big. Okay, now he's just racing me as 2/2/2s. That sucks. I could sack my Dothy Voidwalker to duress him if I wanted to. I don't think that's really that valuable.
It's so he can just attack you and not your monster.
Yeah, you declare attackers, and then the other person has the opportunity to block. But my creature has Shadow, which means it cannot be blocked. It can only block creatures with Shadow, and it can only be blocked by creatures with Shadow. Which there's not a... This is an old-ass keyword. This is literally the only card in the set that has the word Shadow. I think this is actually the only card that's ever been printed that has any meta relevance in any format that has the keyword Shadow. Okay, I could just go Grist JVP. How good is Grist JVP right now? I'd go up to 4, I'd go down to 2, so I'd still have ability to sack. That's probably worth it. I think I just need to develop. Play GVP, play Grist. +1 on Grist, make a token. Next turn I can flip JVP. He has a Chrome Mox, it's kind of scary. What did he get rid of? Oh, he got rid of Flash. That's interesting, I don't know why you do that. Oh my gosh, that's so disgusting, dude. This guy is a horrible human being. This guy is a piece of shit. Oh my gosh, that's so ass, dude. It's so ass. I'm so fucked.
You're not getting that good of hands.
I mean, this guy just keeps opening the same 5-card hand 3 games in a row. He's opened this Fire Covenant card every single game. You're kidding me, bro. I'm probably just dead.
Yeah.
That sucks. Okay. I have no way to out his currency converter, so he just wins this like late game.
What is the currency converter? What does that do?
He can tap it to draw and discard, but when a card is discarded, he can exile it, and then he can tap it again to put the exiled card back into the graveyard. And if he does, and it's a land, he makes a treasure token, which can be treated as any mana. Or if he does, and it's a non-land, then it can be it gives him a 2/2. Oh, and he just top decked a reoccurring nightmare. That's disgusting. Well, good thing he doesn't have a creature. Okay, top deck Leovold. That's actually pretty nice. But as soon as he draws like a Traxa, he can just currency converter, discard, and then go reoccurring nightmare and just bring it back. That's so broken. Okay, let's see what he does. That's awesome. I love that, man. So he literally just gets to add 6 cards to his hand. That's so cool, man. So fair.
You got this, man. You got this. Just give it your all.
Okay, tell that to his 8 cards in hand. I mean, he just has fucking lethal. He just drew 8 cards into lethal. He can just deal 9 damage to me and I can't respond. Okay, and I draw an island. That's awesome. Wow, that was fun and fair. Wow, that was really fair. I love that deck. That's such a fun deck, man.
Congratulations, you get anything you want from your deck. I love that deck, man. It's so expensive, man.
That's a nice deck, man. Such an expensive deck, man. I wish I had a deck like that, man. My mom's credit card can't afford a deck like that, man. Okay, we get a mythic. It's okay. The only reason I lost was because I was cheesed. That guy just was not the better player in any way. His deck was just disgusting, and somehow he had that deck when he was he was literally 0-2 and had a deck like that. How do you go 0-2 with a deck like that? Like, that's actually fucking crazy.
SP, you gotta start putting music in the background of your streams.
I have music playing right now. Can you not hear it? It says it's coming out of the audio output.
No. I have to keep you muted because then I'll hear you twice. So.
I do. I have copyright-free music, but I can break copyright music if I'm gonna make it to a video. All right. Welcome back to another Arena Vintage Draft on the channel. Starting off with a pretty low power level pack, by all means. I mean, there's a Caracas, which is a card I like a lot. It's also just very strong in the red-white deck, but there's also a Wooded Foothills, which I think is one of the 3 best fetches, probably. Let me just check real quick. I want to know how good Caracas is. Yeah, Caracas is just pretty disgusting. But Caracas is also just a very linear card. I mean, it's really good in the red-white decks. It's decent in the white blue decks, but I think I'd rather just start with the Wooded Foothills here. I just kind of had a negative experience with Caracas, if I'm being honest. I played it in a deck where I wasn't even really a white deck, but every time I would target something to bounce, it just had a enter the battlefield trigger, and so it didn't get me much value. Okay, this pack is quite a bit better. Parallel Wave, Fading. This enters with 5 Fading counters, remove a counter. Exile target creature. Okay, that's not that great. There's a Goblin Rabblemaster. There's also a Tinker. I mean, I think by far the best card in this pack is Tinker. Especially seeing this card early, you can build around it. And I feel like that's the best time to get it. Ooh, there's a Skull Clamp. That's a great artifact. It's a card we can sacrifice with our... It's a card we can sacrifice with our Tinker. And it's just a good card in general. Equipped creature gets +1/-1, and when a equipped creature dies, you get to draw 2 cards. Very, very nice. I think the next best card in this pack is probably the Fabled Passage, but considering we're starting with the Tinker, the Skull Clamp definitely has some added value. Ooh, okay. Well, this is actually really nice.
Titan is good, right?
What'd you say?
Primeval Titan.
Yeah, Prime Time, that's an OG card, but it's not really what we're trying to do. We have a Tinker, which allows us to sack any artifact to search our deck for an artifact card and put it on the battlefield. So I want to be building around artifacts and trying to go blue. Lucky enough, there is a Portal of Phyrexia in this pack, which is a great card to tutor out of the deck. When this enters, each opponent sacks 3 creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a creature from your graveyard or a graveyard onto the battlefield. There's also a Batterskull, which is a card I've liked quite a bit too, but I think Portal of Phyrexia is just really nice with what we have so far. Now, I could try to wheel it, but I think this is like the most premium card to get with Tinker, so I think I'm actually going to pick it over Brainstorm and Grief, which is surprising. Ooh, okay. There's a Gataxian Probe. Well, I know I want to be in blue, and I think this is one of blue's top cards outside of the power. Yeah, I mean, every time I played this card, it's just won me the game. I remember when Gataxian Probe actually first came out in New Phyrexia. It was the set that I first started playing in. An amazing card. A lot of people don't like that set because it introduced the Phyrexian mana, which can be paid with life instead of blue, or whatever color it is. So you could just play all the cards for 0 mana and not even be a blue deck and get the information. Which I understand, but I have nostalgia for it. This isn't really great. I mean, I could take this red-blue check, which isn't bad, but I could also just take a faceless... I could also just take a Faithless Looting, which I don't think is like a premium card, but it does allow us to get closer to our Tinker. And honestly, I just don't really value check lands that much. Check lands cannot be... they can't be tutored off your fetches. So not that great. Ooh, there's a Preordain. I do like that. There's also a Nettle Cyst. A creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. I mean, that is another reason for us to go down the artifact world here. But Preordain is also just a fucked up card. This is a tough decision. I do think this is really good just for the fact that We want to have as many artifacts, but yeah, actually, I think I might just take this because it works with our Tinker and it works with our Skull Clamp to have something to sack. Ooh, that's a Mox Opal. Well, that's a really good one to have. Add 1 mana of any color. Activate if you control 3 or more artifacts. I do like Mox Opal. Is Mox Opal better than Treasure Cruise? Treasure Cruise is pretty good. Well, since we took the Nettle Assist, and this is just a free artifact, I probably should take it. We're just going to go all in on the blue artifacts. Okay, that's a Ponder. That's really nice. Candelabra of Tawnos is actually a good card if you end up getting Tolarian Academy, but that's not something that we're guaranteed so far. Talisman of Creativity, that is the red-blue one. It's the best talisman. I mean, this is the best talisman for our deck. It's tough to say. I'll take it. I don't value talismans that high, but in this situation, it seems rather good. I mean, that is another artifact, but it does cost a green. I think I'll just take the Blood Crypt here. Works with our Wooded Foothills. We can just take the Savai Triome. Probably a little bit of a higher priority than the check. Checks just aren't great. Ooh, we get the Batter Skull back. That's nice. It works great with our artifact theme thus far. Now, Saheeli is a good card in this deck for sure. I've had good luck with Saheeli thus far. Take a Black Cleave Cliffs. That's not bad. Oh, and we get a Molten Collapse. We might be red-blue here. All right, pack number 2. Let's see what we got. Torsten. I hate this card. We just lost to that card. There's also a Chandra, which I think is pretty good. But there's also an Urza's Bauble, which is just a 0-mana artifact, and I do rate these rather high. There's also a chance that we could wheel the Aether Spellbomb. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do think that Chandra is a high-value card. But I think that Urza's Bauble is just perfect for this deck. We want to put out as many 0-mana artifacts as we can, probably. Now, it does feel weird that I'm just first picking this card. But this is kind of a low value. This is kind of a low power level pack anyway. Maybe we'll get the Aether Spellbomb on the way back. Ooh, okay, there's a Lotus Petal. It's not bad. I don't mind a Lotus Petal. Wishclaw Talisman I don't think is that great. Because you give control to your opponent, which is something I don't really like too much. I think I will... Do I take the Lotus Petal or do I take the Thundering Falls? I mean, Thundering Falls would be really good, and we have a fetch. It's hard to deny that. But I am pretty much more interested in going black-blue than I am, like, being red as a primary. I don't know. I don't want to go too in on all the 0 artifacts, and I think this is better in aggro decks. I'll take the Thundering Falls. Okay. Ancient Tomb is actually really good in our deck. Yeah, Ancient Tomb is great. Smuggler's Copter is also pretty good, but I think Ancient Tomb works out pretty well since we already have a Batter Skull and a Portal Phyrexia. Yeah, it's a great pickup. Man, I'm so regretting not taking that Lotus Petal, but it is what it is. Ooh, okay. There's a Show and Tell, which honestly I've had bad experiences with. There's a Jace, which Jace is really good in these kind of decks. There's also the Might Stone and Weak Stone, which I value rather highly. There's also a Mishra Bauble. Having Mishra Bauble...
Playing League, so that's why I'm...
Yeah. Having... Okay, yeah. Having Mishra's Bauble would be very nice in this deck. But this is just another payoff. And it allows us to tap for artifact spells. Gosh, Jace is so good, though. Man. Do I want Jace, or do I want the Mystone and Weakstone? Fuck it, I'm gonna take the Mystone and Weakstone. We're going all in on artifacts. Show us the Tolarian Academy, baby. Ooh, okay. Mirror Battlesphere. I actually really like this card a lot. Creates 4 artifacts for you, and you can tap X untap mirrors to get plus X plus O until the end of the turn. Deal X to target player or planeswalkers attacking, which is nice. There's also a lightning bolt, man. Wow. Is Lightning Bolt just the better card? Probably. But I think scooping this up might just be too valuable for our deck. It just has too much synergy. Ulamog is not that great. Kind of just want to take this Gloomlake Verge. I mean, Inti is pretty damn good, though. Terso Light Shatter is also a nice card. I think I'd rather have Inti, to be honest. 2-mana card gets us on the board early. Ooh, there's a Steam Vents. That's great. Gobin is a nice card if you can reliably trigger it, and we possibly could. Yeah, I do think Gobin is pretty nice, but I think the Stevens is just too valuable. Okay, Currency Converter I like a lot. Third Path Iconoclast is also nice. And Bone Crusher. I mean, Currency Converter is just such a great card. But I feel like Bone Crusher is just too versatile. Oh my gosh. We end up wheeling the Chandra? Well, that's super nice. I think I like Chandra a little more than Ghostfire.
You and I are gonna take him out.
Well, I find it rather unlikely that we play any of these cards. Guess I'll just take the Restless Beanstalk, whatever. Okay, I'll play a Lelia. Lelia always looks like an artifact to me. Good aggressive card. This card has not been very good. I think this card is decent. I mean, I have an Urza's Bauble, but I'll probably just take Robber. Take the Memory Jar. That will play it. Ooh, we get the Tersa Light Shatter? Okay. Well, pretty deep in red here. Oh, wow. We opened a Soul Ring. That's my first ever Soul Ring opened. I mean, we're not going to pass on a Soul Ring in an artifact deck. If we get a Tolarian Academy, this deck is going to be cooking. And there's a chance we might wheel Tezzeret. Tezzeret is really good in artifact decks. When an artifact enters, put a loyalty counter on him. And then you can untap target artifact or creature and put a 1/1 counter on it. Or you can search your library for an artifact that's mana value 1 or less. Put it into your hand. And then you can -7 to get an emblem at the beginning of your combat. Put 3 1/1s on target artifact. And it becomes a creature if it's not. I mean, that probably comes back to us because I can't see anyone else using that card. Oh, wow. There's a Kappa Cannoneer. That is a great card in an artifact deck. So we're going to snipe that up for sure. Although Corey Steelcutter is also very strong. Is Corey Steelcutter better than Kappa Cannoneer? I don't really know. Yeah, I'd like to think so with what we have right now. Improvise is just such a powerful mechanic. Ooh, we we get a Karn? That'd be nice. I think Karn is just like exactly what our deck wants. I don't think it's generally a great card, but I think in a deck like this, it looks very nice because we already have 11 artifacts. Yeah, we'll take a Karn. Ooh, the End Stone would actually be kind of goated with Tinker. Prismatic Vista is pretty lit too. I think this is just another good option. I like JVP. Oh, that's an Urza Saga. That's huge. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we want here. Doesn't look like we're going to get a Tolarian Academy, but we do have a pretty solid artifact strategy. Ooh, and we pick up a Pyrogoyf pick 6. That is unexpected. Quite a few 4s, though. But we do have fast mana. When this enters, exile the top card. You can play that card. It's just unlikely we're going to transform this. I think we're just playing blue-red. This card isn't terrible. I mean, it's an artifact. Seething Song, I don't like too much. I don't like this card too much either. And our deck is pretty much solidified. Would I play any of these cards? Probably not. Okay, we get a Indomitable, or we get an Expressive Iteration. That's pretty nice. Or we could get a Detective's Phoenix. I don't really know which one of those is better. I mean, this lets us get closer to our Tinker combo, so it's probably better. And we get the Quarry Steelcutter anyway. Okay. That's nice. Showdown is actually so powerful, it might make our deck, but our deck has so much gas, I don't think we need it. I do love me some Flage, but I don't think this is a Flage deck. When this enters, deals 2 damage to any target. Sacrifice this, create a 3/3 golem. I mean, that's not bad. Maybe I should have took the Kellen. I just was kind of underwhelmed with that card when I played with it in the set it came out with. Okay, it's a very interesting deck. No Tolarian Academy, but we do have a plentiful amount of artifact synergies. Okay, this is tough. do think the talisman is pretty valuable. The end stone just wins games. Maybe cut like Chandra. I like looting because it just gets us closer to the combo. Maybe I don't need Endstone if I have Portal Phyrexia. I think I do like Talisman. I don't know, this is tough. If I had to cut one card, I guess it'd be Mirror Battlesphere, but I do need a way to end the game. I mean, that does just make so many artifacts. Could maybe cut like that. Nine red cards, 4 blue. Okay. So I got the Steam Vents. I got the Thundering Falls. We got the Wooded Foothills to search them. I mean, realistically, I only have 3 blue cards. Kind of want to look at a list real quick. I'm not really sure to cut where right now, guys. Okay. Powered cube. Okay, this guy did play Endstone and Border of Phyrexia. Oh, maybe I should be playing Memory Jar. Yeah, Corey Steelcutter doesn't feel crazy. Yeah, this doesn't feel that bad. The only thing is we don't have any, like, we don't have a lot of early game interaction. But I guess if we develop before them, it's not a big deal. We have cards we can side deck. Okay, this looks pretty legit to me. 1 second and we'll run it up. We have a soul ring, that's based. Okay, so I guess we didn't end up getting Tezzeret. For some reason, I thought we got Tezzeret. But that's okay. All right, let's see what we can do. I think this is legitimately a deck we have a chance to go 3 wins with. Dude, imagine if we had Tolarian Academy. It'd be so disgusting. Or if we just had any, like, actual real Mox. A Mox in this deck would be so broken. Oh, we're going against the number 35 person in the world. Isn't that awesome? Number 35 in the world. I don't know why we're going against the guy who's number 35 in the world, but that's awesome. I love that. this is the one thing I hate about this game mode, is that it just drags on all these neckbeards that never would have played because they play on Magic Online, which is just like an unenjoyable experience for 99% of humans. Like, I'm literally bronze 4, the lowest rank in the game, going against this guy who is ranked number 35 in the world. And he's just playing an aggro deck. That's awesome. I love that for you, bud. I'm so happy for you, buddy. That is dope, man. If we actually beat this guy, I would be drastically surprised. I'm sure this guy is just cracked out of his mind. Bro, you're playing aggro. It's turn 2 of the game. Please speed up. Is that good? I don't know that this is that valuable. I mean, it does have lifelink, which is pretty, like, nice, I guess. I want to draw interaction. I have other ways to win the game. Okay. That's pretty disgusting. Maybe I should have kept that. I don't know. Okay. I need to draw Tinker. Holy crap. This guy's cracked out of his brain. Well, that was pretty terrible. I'm probably just dead now. Okay, he just attacks Goblin Bombardment. Why does this guy have a Goblin Bombardment? Like, what? Okay. I don't have a red. This is pretty risky, but I'm willing to keep. No, I need a land so bad, bro. Of course, he just opens up Descendant of Storms turn 1. This is so cheap, bro. I have 7 mana. Got him. Let's go. Oh my gosh. This guy is insane, bro. Holy shit, this guy's cracked. I mean, he's number 34 in the world, so I don't doubt it. I'd like to put in another chump, but I don't think I have anything. It's like I could put in this, but that's just not that valuable. These cards are so disgusting. I wonder why this guy's number 34 in the world. Maybe because he just only drafts aggro. It's like, okay, cool. I'm glad that you don't like to enjoy the game for what it is, man. Alright, going second versus aggro. You hate to see it. And he keeps? Gosh, damn. It's a risky keep. Oh, yeah. Holy fuck, dude. I don't understand the matchmaking in this game. Why am I bronze 4 going against this guy who's ranked number 35? That's not good. That's not good at all. Is that good enough? I don't know if that's good enough. I honestly think that's too slow. He top decks his third land, of course. And then he draws that again. Okay, this guy literally just draws the same 5 cards every single game. That's dope. Okay, that is not what I wanted, but okay. That's not great. I can at least play my Goyf next turn. And that would put me ahead very far in development, but he's going to be able to respond with a Goblin Bombardment. Do I have a creature in the grave? I don't have a creature in the grave because this is... Yeah, this has double strike, right? That's big. Okay. What does he have? That's so annoying. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh, that's so disgusting, bro. That's so fucking disgusting. Do I go to 6? I think I just go to 6. What does protecting my health total do? Did I'm just 2 hits away? This is not very good. This is not good at all. All right, we just hope that we draw a land here. That's fucking disgusting. Oh my gosh, this guy just drew perfect lethal. What a good player, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Wait, why isn't he just goblin bombarding me for death? Why would you not just kill me? Okay, whatever. You little cheeky bastard. Dude, this guy just cheesed us so hard. I mean, he just has lethal. I don't even know why I'm still here. Fuck this guy. Why am I going against the number 35 person in the world and I'm the lowest rank in the game? I don't understand this matchmaking. I don't even have an insanely high win rate. That was just cheap and unfair. And this guy's just abusing the most broken deck that he just cherry picked in the game. He's just playing red-white aggro where he opened the exact same, he opened 4 of the exact same cards all 3 games in a row. That's actually kind of tilting. Like he opened that 1-drop into the 2-drop every single game. And he also had Goblin Bombardment. And Goblin Bombardment is literally useless unless you have a Johnny. But it was just randomly, like, applicable in that niche situation. Fuck. I went one lander into one lander. That's nice. Okay. But I do have an Urza's Bauble. That's dope. He just steals my soul ring? Oh my fucking gosh, dude. That's so toxic, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
Gotcha, bitch.
Well, fuck me then. I mean, he just went time warp in to steal my soul ring. It's like, what do I even do about that? I'm just fucked in the ass. Wow, dude, this guy just had such a disgusting start, man. Okay.
I'll be in the library.
I mean, I'm just never going to be able to play anything. I mean, that was just disgustingly bullshit, bro. Like, he just went time warp into steal my soul ring. Like, holy fuck. That was the only situation that was actually good. I swear. When I go tempo, or when I go, like, aggro, put everything on the board, they go tempo. When I go control, they're aggro. Okay, let's try this again. Noble Hierarch, Avacyn Pilgrim, Triplicate Titans. So either he's playing Ramp or he has Flash. Or he has Tinker. Ramp, Flash, or Tinker. Well, I know he doesn't have that disgusting blue card again, so... Top deck some Mox. Great top deck, brother. Do I want to just develop that? I kind of just want to develop this. Does he have any way to interact with it? Oh, he has a Caracas? That's dope. I mean, he has to Banishing Light my card. He has to touch the Spirit Limb my card. What a bitch. What a biatch. We have a certified biatch in the fray. Bro, he has a Force of Will? Oh my gosh, that's so disgusting, bro. What? Okay. The fact he just has a Caracas is so toxic. That's one of the most toxic cards ever printed. There's a reason why no one allows it in Commander.
There is great power in the things we make. Awaken.
Wow, he top decked that? Are you kidding me? Bro, he fucking top decked that? What the fuck, dude? You wanna give me the Urza Saga? Okay, he has to have removal here. He has to have removal or he just loses. Of course. Yeah, get rid of my Nettle, guys. Dope, man. That's cool. You're cool, man.
Please stop. You may regret that choice.
He also has the end stone. Are you kidding me, bro?
I am proud.
Okay, so I could go Tinker if I want. Let's go. Fuck this guy, bro. Fuck this guy. Just the fact he's actually playing Wrath of God. He's a Caracas, and that's just so toxic, man. I feel like that card's actually kind of good in this matchup. Because I can ping his mana dorks. If we can ping his mana dorks, that's pretty good. I mean, we have one land, but we have a soul ring that's into a talisman. That's big. Destroy target artifact enchantment. This dirty fuck. And he opened Time Walk. And he opened Time Walk? Holy shit, this guy is a dirty bread baker. We have a dirty bread baker on our hands, boys. Bad biscuits make the baker broke, brother. Bad fucking biscuits. This guy is a man with bad intentions and bad biscuits. We just can't fucking trust this guy. Okay, don't mind me. I'm just going to play 4 artifacts in turn 1 of the game. It is what it is. I'm just that guy. They call me Himothy for a reason. It's always the Time Walk, dude. Does he have the stupid thing that lets him steal my soul ring again? If he opened that combo to, like, dude, that combo is literally only good versus me. No, he's just gonna Canker Bloom. Okay. If he has to use his Time Walk to kill my Soul Ring, I'm actually fine with that. Dude, fuck me, man. That probably does nothing. I need to play Tinker. I need to top deck a Tinker. Did not top deck a Tinker. Dude, you have 1 mana. I can see your hand. You literally have no game actions. Why are we sitting here? Bro, you literally have no game actions. What are we doing? Hello? What is this guy doing? He has no game actions. Okay, I have a lot of mana. He's 3 turns away from playing the end stone. Bro, you don't have anything. Sucka be cool. Sucka be cool. Bro, this sucker needs to be cool. We're having a fucking endstone race. Shit, that's kind of big. Okay, I put this guy at 2 HP. Does he have a Wrath of God? He doesn't have it. Let's go. The boat. Not done yet, baby. Underestimated 3.0. Had to hit him with it. Had to hit him with something a little bit dirty, you know? That one was for the culture. They don't know about that. I'm just a nice guy, I swear. Alright, I'll be right back. All right, cool. I just needed to swap out my laundry before we finish up this draft. This will probably be my last draft of the day. I think we've done 3. That's pretty good. Man, I've just been getting cheese left and right. I can't believe we even beat that guy. I got kind of lucky at the end. His deck wasn't that good, but he was drawing so hot, and he just had that combo where he would just time warp, plus he just had time warp into that guy to steal my Soul Ring. Man, Soul Ring is a hell of a card if you're playing artifacts. Okay, well, we didn't open up Soul Ring, but we did open up Skull Clamp Tinker. That works. Presumably. I mean, they'll probably interrupt it. We'll probably get cooked, but it'll be fun trying to do it, right? Man, blue is just the best color in this format. Some people will say red-white is the best deck, but I think overall, blue is just the best color. You should have access to the best, like, tools in the game. Okay. It's risky, but if it works, we're just so far ahead. If it sticks. Okay, that works. Ooh, that's nice. He has a time walk, fuck. That is super scary. So if he time walks, he just gets to Ugin next turn. If he drew a land. He did draw a land. Wow. Better player. Better player, guys. It's just that easy to be him, apparently. Just draft time walk, just win the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have a clear answer to that.
Open your mind to possibility.
The card is just so disgusting. Well, that's busted. That's busted as hell. I don't know what we can even do to out this card. This card's just so pulverizing against our deck.
Focus. Breathe.
The fact he has a cut down just makes this so infuriating. I figured as much. I'm basically fucked because he just has the cut down. Like, it doesn't even matter what I do. This is just such a... God, I just hate Time Walk. We just keep losing to specifically the other person having Time Walk, and that's like the only reason why. Time Walk is just... I would argue Time Walk is more broken than Black Lotus. I would say way more broken. I mean, he can just Ugin minus 11 and we're just fucked. He can exile target artifact or creature. Okay. I've seen enough. Seen enough of this cheese, dude. It's crazy that these people are doing such broken things that what I'm doing is considered like rather fair, which is insane because it's like I have a soul ring. I thought what I was doing was pretty OP. But we played against 3 people today who had a Time Walk, and Time Walk is just it's just so unfair. I mean, I don't have a blue mana. I can't do anything for 3 turns. That's big. He's gonna show me his time walk, isn't he? Okay. Oh my gosh, you top deck Mox Sapphire? That's disgusting. That's actually so insane. That was literally the best draw that he could have had, to be honest. Other than Time Walk. I feel like I should get to choose the operation of what goes on the stack, but whatever. Now this guy can just consult the star charts. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. He can draw into a Time Walk here and just probably cook us because he'll just somehow figure out how to summon his Ulamog. He's going to go Time Walk into Ulamog, watch. I've seen this story too many times. Okay. That's a shitty draw. That's huge. That's major. Let's go, baby. We're still in it. In it to win it. Spin it to win it, baby. Bow, bow, bow. The only reason I'm putting this in is because I need an out to be able to answer his Ugin if we get into it, a late game like stall again. All right, let's lock in. Lock in, boys. The last hurrah. I mean, we open G Pro, Bobble, and Revoker. I'll probably keep. You almost never see someone mold a 5 in this format. Which is interesting, because you would think since it's so combo-oriented, there'd be a lot of molding to 5, but there's actually not. Like, decks are just so streamlined that you almost never need to mold a 5. Oh, he did go to 5. Wow, okay. I'm assuming he just kept because he had a time walk. He has a Jace and a Tezzeret, okay. Fuck, I think it might have been correct to go Revoker and just called Tezzeret. Aw, that sucks. Okay. I think maybe I should have went Revoker Tezzeret. Okay.
Soon the system will be mine.
Even these strange metals answer to me.
What does he get here? A Mox? This is a close game. This is going to come down to the wire. But goats come and go and boats stay afloat. And that's why they call me the best of all time, baby. Let's go. Okay, so he has a counter. Cool.
Mana still obeys me.
That's lit. Okay.
Inevitable.
He's gonna counter it. He draws a land. Let's go. That was big for us. Oh my gosh. Let's see it. He doesn't have it. He's not that guy. Oh my gosh, that was such a good draw. That was such a good draw, dude. Equip Batter Skull to Robber. I'd rather just keep the Robber. I'd rather just see if he wants to Bone Crusher. I could have done that too, sure. But I feel like this is just a little bit better. I think I just equip. Side decking in Phyrexian Revoker was super clutch. Let's go, baby. The boat. Not done yet. Underestimated 3.0. Let's go. Sha. Jonathan the artifact shit gets it done. Dude, it's so crazy that the only people who took a game off of us were people who had a time walk. 2 out of the 3 people I played had a time walk. Oh, no, the first guy I played, the guy that actually beat us, he was ranked number 35 in the world. Because the matchmaking is so fucked that I'm bronze 4 going against the ranked number 35 legend player. Like, that's so cool. But this was probably my first, like, successful all-in artifact deck. I've had some Tinker decks, but this was a deck where it was like, if I didn't have Tinker, I could still play the game. And also, this was just, like, on full display to show how disgusting the Soul Ring is. If you're playing Artifact, Soul Ring is disgusting, and so is Ancient Tomb. Like, I won so many games just by going Soul Ring, Ancient Tomb, and then also just the Endstone. I think the Endstone might actually be the best all-around card to have with Tinker, because it just puts your opponent in such a difficult position where they have to deal 10 damage to you in one turn, and if they can't, you just win. I'm not sure if I built, like, optimally, but it felt pretty close to optimal. I mean, the only thing I was really missing was a Tolarian Academy or a Mox. This deck had Mox Opal. I mean, this Skull Client might have not been that value. Urza's Bauble was crazy. I mean, Gitaxian Probe is so broken. I think, like, if there's no power in the pack, Gitaxian Probe is just an auto first pick. It's just so broken. It wins you so many games because it lets you play around what your opponent's doing at no cost. In fact, I literally won that one game because I revealed a Gitaxian Probe off of my Inti, and it was the only card that I could actually afford to play. And that was huge. Inti is just as... I remember when Lost Caverns of Ixalan was actually, like, still in rotation, and I would draft that. Inti was just the most broken card. It was such a bullshit card. It was good in Standard for a while. And Lelia is just kind of like budget Inti. It's just Inti, but it costs 1 more mana. Good beats. We didn't get completely robbed. Let's go. Okay, never seen that card. I kind of, it's kind of funny because normally I think opening packs in this game is monotonous because it doesn't feel like you have any attachment to your collection. But specifically these legend packs that you get that are just like from all throughout Magic, they're just really fun to open, honestly. Green Sun Zenith. Okay, that's goated. I needed that for Brawl. And Unmarked Grave. Okay, I mean, that's the closest thing we have to Entomb. That's super, super nice. Building up the Brawl collection. Alright, well, had a pretty successful day. We did 3 drafts. I think we went 2-1 in 2 of them. One of them we went 0-3. It was just unfortunate, but overall, was a good day. I think I'm going to call it here. Going to go walk the dog and get out and do some stuff since this is my day off work. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back to stream some more later. Probably just not going to play League today, unfortunately. But thank you so much for watching. As always, may the Lord bless you, keep you, bestow his countenance upon you, and give you peace. And you already know, if it's not the goo, it's got to